Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, beautiful souls. My name is Francine, here with my channel, Manifold Destiny. And so, if you guys are returning, thank you so much for coming back to my channel. I'm really excited about the messages that Spirit has for you guys. There's a lot of things that are shifting right now, and I feel a sense of there being some information that Spirit wants to give you guys that is going to be in regards to your inner child work. And so, to give you guys an idea about who I am as a person, my name is Francine. I am a cosmic traveler, which means that I tend to relate and resonate with a lot of people in general because I feel as though I connect with you guys on more of a very deep level of experience and like the human experience specifically. And I'm also an Andromedan starseed. So with being an Andromedan starseed, there's this essence of wanting to allow free reign with any information that comes through, with knowledge, with understanding the world around me. I have this deep, deep desire to help the collective and to give out information that is very impertinent. I want to do this YouTube channel and continue this YouTube channel in the event of it helping someone out there, whether it be one person or more people out there. And so I wanted to spend a couple of weeks off because I wanted to focus in on the energies of what is happening, not only in my life, but in the lives of others as well. I feel like we tend to bounce off of each other where I'm experiencing something specific and that ends up being something relevant for the people that are going to hear it months later. And so most of my messages are going to be timeless because I feel a sense of when this message comes to you, it's meant for you. It's not going to be limited by any means because I feel like if you limit it, you're very specific with that, but there's a sense of you also not recognizing that someone has the ability to see this months or years later and it still impact them. So I want this to be as beneficial for as many people that will see it, but I wanted to center my focus on clairaudient messages that Spirit has for the collective that are dealing with kind of understanding their inner child, understanding some aspect of it and what that aspect is. And so I am doing this freestyle. So I'm doing this according to what comes out. And I'm just gonna kind of go with it, see how it flows. I'm tired of having to feel like I have to edit stuff because if it looks a certain way, it's not perfect or it's not enough. I'm a Virgo sun, so I spend like all day doing one video just so that I can make sure that that's the perfect essence of what it is that Spirit wants to say. And I feel like that's not always the case. Spirit has a lot to say, and usually the first time I do it is when it works out the best. So I'm gonna just kind of freestyle it, and if you guys can resonate with feeling like you always have to be on top of everything, perfect in every way, there's a sense of knowing that sometimes the imperfect way in which you do it is the way that needs to be said in order for other people to resonate with you, because we're not perfect, okay? So someone else needed to hear that. I wanted to share that with you guys. But as far as channeled messages, I am going to tune into the collective. I want to just kind of pray first and kind of get the energy ready for the message that's coming in. If you're new, thank you so much for coming by. I feel like nothing is a coincidence. So if you've stopped by, if you've taken this much time to get to know who I am before I start the reading so that you can have an expectation of what to see, definitely thank you so much for coming by regardless of how long you're here. I just want to impart that wisdom. Whatever comes to you and resonates with you is meant for you. So let's just see what Spirit has to say. Spirit guides, angels, ancestors, thank you so much for being here with me, here with the people that are going to resonate with this message, that are meant to hear this message. I ask that you give us clarity and guidance on what it is that needs to come through, and that I would be a conduit and a vessel for you to explore all of what you want to say and what you want to touch on in this reading. I ask that it be governed fully and solely by what you want to say to the collective here. And whatever it is, I hope that it's explained in a way that they can understand it best. Thank you so much, Spirit. Thank you so much. So before I actually channeled your energy, I was getting the number 17 a lot. A lot of things have been happening with the number 17. So January 17th is a specific date. There recently was a passing of a very well-known individual, Betty White, that her birthday was January 17th. 17 days prior, she passed away. 17 is the star card, forgiveness. The star card in the tarot is about healing, and that's what's really interesting about this reading that's going to be coming through, is that the number 17 is about healing in whatever form that really resonates with you. We're all on our own journey here, and so the number 17 also reduces to 8, which is about abundance. It's about having an abundance even if you didn't expect it at the time that it happened. Okay, when we translate from life to death, our soul isn't gone. At least that's what I personally believe. Our soul isn't gone. We're still here. And I'm seeing 3 cards come out. So let's see what those cards are here. We have the 4 of water, which is the 4 of cups. We have the 8 of earth. We have the ace of earth. If you guys can see that. We have the high priestess. We have the lovers here. And we have strength. Wow. So right off the bat, strength is your purpose, to acquire and to grow in strength, in understanding the things that are coming towards you and to see them as opportunities and stepping stones to further understanding yourself and of understanding this incarnation and what you're meant to do here. This reading is going to be about healing, and in healing you're growing and you're expanding your understanding of who you are as an individual, but of other people and of their experiences as well. You may never understand the other person quite as much as you understand yourself, but they're both very complex. You can see that in your own life. You can see how difficult it can be understanding why you may do the things that you do. But with the 4 of water, there's something that Spirit wants to show you and tell you that's something that's going to be very specific to your journey next in this year, in 2022. Happy New Year, by the way, to you guys. I was so ready to get in there, but Happy New Year, and I hope that with this message it helps you start off on the right foot. But there's this essence of you not seeing something that Spirit wants to hand to you. There's a cup that wants to be handed to you. This woman, she's kind of sitting in the muck, and she's kind of just looking out at her life and at the situation that she's in, and she's not even sure what is going on. Sometimes you may feel overwhelmed by the situation that you're experiencing right now. You may feel like you're kind of separated or isolated from other people, and that's not a surprise with the current events today. But there's this energy of emotional isolation, of kind of feeling like you needed to give yourself a second to recuperate. And when we have here the 8 of earth, it represents you doing this in regards to your career path, of you feeling kind of lost, of feeling like you didn't understand what was going on in your career path, of trying to understand it but coming up short. But Spirit wants to give you something specific that's going to assist you in understanding it, and that's going to come in the form of this opportunity here with the Ace of Earth. So we're going to get into inner child stuff, but it seems as though Spirit wants to tell you like that they're so interwoven, that your experiences in your past and your experiences or the feeling of lack in your past is coming up, and you need to recognize that there's an opportunity that's coming to you that you may not even see because you're so concerned with what you don't have that you kind of are feeling like you're stuck and you're alone. But there's something that's right in front of you in terms of career. So Spirit wants to talk about Earth, about your pentacles in this reading. The High Priestess is also here. Of seeing that you can find your path in the darkness, you can find your path in not understanding all of the details. This woman here, she's not shown, her face is not shown, that her essence is kind of exemplified by her outline. You can't really see who she is as a person necessarily, or at least what she physically looks like. The essence of her is true, and the moonlight that you see there is actually shining on her and brightening her path. your path is going to be brightened by the expansion of trusting the unknown, of trusting what you don't see yet, because you are unknown in some ways. There are parts of you that you don't even know yet, because that's the whole experience of being human. Okay, there's a sense of you coming into a relationship with yourself. There's a sense of being happy with knowing what you know about yourself and not knowing everything there is to know yet. You're learning. You're not only on this path in life to know about other people, but you're also here to learn about yourself. You're learning, you're seeing the mirrors in other people. You're seeing how you can relate to other people around you. And that's going to be your strength. That's going to be what gives you the patience that you need in order to see things come through and be fulfilled, is what I'm hearing. There's things that are you're strengthening in the difficulties and not knowing what to do next. So don't doubt that. The opportunity will come. I'm hearing 3. So 3 months, 3 weeks, 3 days. So we have here the first card through the Kipper deck is despair, which makes a lot of sense with this 4 of Cups energy here. But look at what's next. We have sudden wealth. This is real, guys. Sometimes we think that that riches and wealth come in the form of one thing, like having all of the money all at once, but wealth is something you find inside of you, and it's also something that you'll see outside of you as well. We also have here thief. Don't let anything steal your joy, guys, because I feel as though you guys are kind of the type to look at a situation that looks really good and you're like, what's the catch? What's the catch here? Why is this going so well? I don't get it. But this is actually for your benefit. We have here official person. There's a duty or role that you're meant to accomplish, that you're meant to fulfill. There's something that you're meant to do that only you can do, in the sense that you bring something unique to it. And that's what's needed. That's what's really enjoyable and what's going to help other people shine. I'm seeing red a lot in these cards, which is about your root chakra, about who you are as an individual and where you're from. There's a need for you to go back to your roots, not in the sense of your past, but to go back into who you are as a person at your very foundation. And I know that people around this time during the new year, they're always saying, okay, what are your goals? What do you want to write out for the new year? What do you want to say to yourself when you look back on it? And I think that rather than coming at it as, let me just write a couple things down so that I said I did it, or just so I can say to other people I did this, I think you guys need to really assess your foundation and to say, who am I at the core, and write down what that is. Like, who are you at your very base level? What do you believe in? What do you hold very highly? If you want to say, I love myself, I am a valuable person in this life, I'm a valuable player in the course of events in this life, do that, because you need to kind of reiterate that to yourself. I'm feeling like words of affirmation is likely most of your love languages, or at least you have a tendency to brighten up and to be lifted up and encouraged by the positive words of other people. Be your advocate and your powerful, your encourager by speaking positively to yourself. Because you may feel like you're in despair, and that's valid, because we can all feel all of the emotions that are out there, but you should also recognize that you are the official person, that you are an asset to wherever you are, wherever you work, wherever you are in life. There's this expectation that you need to have of this sudden wealth here. We also have message. There's something that's coming to you in the next week. As far as a message, it feels, I'm hearing chartered, so it's something that you're expecting, or that's something you were hoping for. There's divine timing at work here. It's not something that was meant to happen earlier. It was meant to happen at a later date. Saved at a later date is what I'm hearing. There's something that was supposed to happen that you expected earlier, but it's going to happen for you later. And 7 days is very reflective. Something's going to happen or shift in 7 days, and I'd like to hear what that is if you guys feel comfortable. We have family room 21. Something may be reflecting around your family situation, or what's going on in your family is very relevant here. Distant horizons. We have something coming up in the distant horizons. We have, so far, the numbers 5, 2, 6, 4, 1, 7, 3, and 9. So we have so many things happening all at once for you collectively. There are no consistencies in the numbers because there's so much happening step by step. The last one we have here is community. There's going to be some involvement with others in your life. Someone's going to come into your path or in your life that's going to assist you as well. You're not alone. I feel like a lot of you guys might be loners. I feel like that I resonate with that a lot, because sometimes you get reclusive and you may look inward and be like, okay, well, this is my problem. I don't have to give it to anybody else's. It's not their responsibility to help me. Well, it's no one's responsibility to carry you. But the thing is, people want to help you. There's a sense of partnerships coming in that are going to be coming into your path that are going to be very beneficial for you. You don't have to expect them to do it. They just want to. There are some people that you know right now that are very influential in your life that want to help you and are willing to help you, and vice versa. You're willing to help them. Let them help you, and to help you get out of maybe a position of feeling down and of feeling very negative towards yourself. Because I, for like about a couple of days, was feeling really down, and I was feeling all of that energy so intensely, and I was like, that's not my energy, but that's part of how I feel. I feel like I was taking on more than just my energy. And I feel like this message had to come out for somebody, because there's a need for you to recognize that your work situation will improve. We have here occupation, specifically, again, mature woman. So I might be talking to an older woman or a woman that's more mature. It doesn't really, it's not limited by age. And then we have change. So there's this change here going on in your occupation. You guys have a lot to look forward to with work. There's someone here that's going to be transforming, like they're doing something, a partnership of some sort with someone else, and it's going to be very, very, very successful. You have an opportunity here for yourself. Now, I really want Spirit to help us understand what healing modality or what aspect of your life is being healed right now. Spirit, what aspect of their life is needing healing? What aspect of my collective, the people that are still here and are watching, what aspect do you want them to see? What topic? What topics or topic do you want them to see or to focus in on? Ancestors, guides, ascended masters, what do you want them to see here? It's very specific, guys. Alright, we have one. What topics would you like them to see? I'm hearing there's only one, so we're just going to focus on this one right here. So the one we see is 28, anger. I hope you guys can see that. But 28, anger. There's a lot of self-anger. Of feeling like, there's a sense of feeling like you're being punished for something. Something that you didn't do, or something that you wish you had done, something that you wish had changed, or something that you're upset at God for. Whatever it is that you believe in, there's a sense of anger, there's a sense of unhappiness with a situation that didn't go the way you felt. You felt like you were robbed of something. There's a sense of you feeling like you were robbed of something beautiful. At the bottom of the deck, we have discernment, number 6. We have divine timing, number 30. And we have struggle. Some of you guys are a little bit slighted by the fact, or not a little bit, very slighted by the fact that you had gone through something difficult when you felt like it wasn't, you didn't deserve it. You didn't deserve to feel the way that you felt, or to have experienced life the way you felt. You felt that you were dealt a bad hand, is what I'm hearing. It's almost like Spirit is going to take all of the negative experiences that you've had and the things that have been very hurtful that people have done to you, which may lead to why you felt so alone at times. You felt like you were afraid to let people in because you didn't trust them. There's a sense of people coming into your life that are trustworthy. In divine timing, there are people that are going to come into your path that maybe already are there, that have been your strength and your encouragement in the community that you're in. And if you don't see that yet, you will see that. You will actually, some of you guys have a really strong desire for friends and for people that you can really see in your corner that are actually beneficial and helpful to you. I feel like you guys have felt like you had to keep things to yourself a lot, or you had to hide, or you had to struggle, or you had to go it alone, that you were always kind of going against the curve or against the grain, and you had to do that because you didn't think that anyone could understand you. And I feel like there are people that are going to understand you. I feel like, wow, I feel like winded, because I feel like the energy that I'm getting here is like someone who's just so tired. You're so freaking tired. I feel like a 9 of Swords energy, or like a 9 of Wands, where you're just kind of like, you're strong. Let's not forget you're strong. I can see that, but there's a sense of you going it alone a lot. And it's like, it's not all bad, but the energy, the feeling I'm getting is someone who's very down on their luck and feels like life has dealt them a bad hand, that they aren't getting what they deserve. And those things, like I was saying earlier and I stopped, those things that you're experiencing are actually going to be used for your benefit, in that you are going to be this official person here that's going to share a message for people that have been through the same thing but haven't spoken out about it. I feel like there's people here that are like public speakers, people that are able to express themselves through speaking, or through their expression, through their art. There's a sense of you always being the person that goes against the grain. You might be the black sheep in your family, so to speak, in the sense that you don't fit or align with the values necessarily of the people that you've been around. So you felt kind of jaded by those people because they're not giving you the love that you desire and that you deserve because of what you believe or what you think about certain things. They kind of are very conditional with their love. It's like there's a sense of you coming out of this idea of conditional love and saying, you know what, I'd rather be alone than to be loved conditionally. I want to be loved unconditionally. That's what I'm feeling here. Let's see what Spirit has to say through this deck. What does Spirit have to say? What would you like to say, Spirit, for the collective, for the people that are watching this that are going to resonate with this? I feel like this should be first. What would you like to say to them? Wow, that's strong, that's strong. These three? Every last one, so I'll take that one. Okay, so let's see what's going on here. You guys are getting, okay, so you guys are getting a lot of interesting numbers. You're getting 6 and 9s. Everything's coming in 3, 6, or 9. 3s are about transformation and change. 6 is about partnerships, and 9 is about coming to an end or a completion of something. You guys are coming through a completion of something. You might have life path numbers 3, 6, and 9. You may be seeing a swelling, or like there's something coming to an end here, or coming to a completion of something that you needed to understand. I'm hearing training. There's like something you needed to be trained in or understand in this incarnation in order to accomplish what the next step is. That's what it feels like to me. Okay, so we have 9 cards again. We had 9 cards earlier, and we had 6 cards and 3 cards. That's why I feel like it's 1, 3, 6, 9 actually. And look at these numbers, guys. We have 36 for Come to the Edge. We have 3 for Between Worlds. We have 17, the Fates, which is the number I was seeing earlier. 35, Loyal Heart. 51, which is 6, Milk and Honey. We have 50, which is No Place Like Home. 18, which is right after the Fates, which is Serendipity. And I'm going this fast, guys, because I want to get all the cards out. I will describe and explain them in a second, okay? So don't get too up in your, kind of focused on that. 41 is Soulmates, because I felt that. I felt someone getting frustrated. They're like, slow down, slow down. And I really want to let you know that things are happening in divine timing. So that's going to be something you'll learn. And that's the strength card, is patience, perseverance through struggles, divine timing, discernment. You have to allow yourself to mature in the sense of allowing things to come out in the time that they're meant to. because right now you guys feel like you're in between two situations. You're like waiting for something to really happen for you, but you are kind of neglecting to see the heart of the matter, is what I'm hearing. Neglected heart is what I'm hearing. And that's about feeling neglected at your very core, of feeling like you're not cared for, that you're not loved, or that you're not valued for who you are, and you are. Do you value yourself? Do you love yourself? If you can say yes to that, how can you see that in your life? I would love to focus in on that, because if you love yourself, and when you love yourself, you're going to see that you're not going to accept certain things in your life anymore. You're not going to put yourself through any emotional turbulence or anything like doubt or fears for long. We all get through that. We all experience that. But it's like you need to get yourself out of your head. You need to get yourself out of your emotions that are negative and lower in vibration, in order to address and assess what it is that is coming for you that's higher in vibration. It's like there's something you needed to experience what you experienced in order to continue the ascent up in understanding your purpose and your goals. So we have here, come to the edge. There's a need for you to take the step, to take the leap. That reduces to number 9. There's a need for you to take a leap. Again, with the numbers 3, 6, and 9 here, we have between worlds. You're going into something new. You're going into the unknown. I'm hearing ubiquitous. So if you know what the word ubiquitous means, I would recommend looking into that, because that word seems to be very prevalent for somebody. Okay? The Fates is about seeing your place and your part to play in humanity and in the world around you. I'm hearing human resources. I'm hearing like you working with people. There's a need for you to recognize the need for you to build partnerships at some point in time, because partnerships are going to be very influential and important to you. It feels like you guys might be a North Node in Libra, or have some sense of, or be an Aries. There's this idea of you being focused on yourself and on your experience, but there's a need for you to use that in order to help and assist other people. So you may have a North Node in Libra or Aries here. There's a need for you to allow yourself, or a moon in Libra is what I'm hearing as well. You guys are needing to go back to the basics here. You have milk and honey, so many good things that are coming to you. There's a sense of you having so much and maybe not having to. It's so interesting. You guys have these numbers descending. So you have milk and honey, and then no place like home. So it almost feels like you're going back to your basics. You're going back to the sense of home, to the sense of your foundation with the red color that I was getting earlier. You're going back to understanding the beauty and the passion the passion you have for your home life. There's something about you guys having to go back to the basics. You have a lot of ones here. It's all about you guys. You might have your sun in the first house, which means that you kind of are so focused in this incarnation on your life, on your self-development and growth. I'm feeling a lot of just you growing so rapidly. There's loyal heart, which tells me that there's some need for you to see yourself and to be loyal to your heart, to be loyal to yourself first and foremost. I think you guys have learned how to do that, but now there's this essence of being loyal to the relationships that you have in your life, to the people that you have in your life that are really there for you. I feel like you guys need to see that you're not as neglected as you once were. You're not as neglected as you once were, and that you won't be neglected as you once were. There's something beautiful here for you guys. I also want to see what comes through to clarify that before I continue the rest of those cards. Is there anything you'd like to say right now, angels, from this? Okay, yeah. Is there anything else that you'd like to say as well? Gonna do 2. Okay, there we go, 2 cards. So Spirit is just being very straightforward with you guys. Okay, so let's see what else is coming through. We have the 10 of Ariel, which is the 10 of Pentacles. There's so much to be grateful for: financial success and the promise of retirement, a rich and rewarding family life. That's what you guys have for you. That's what's coming for you. That's exactly what we were talking about. The 10 of Pentacles is here for you guys. So there's so much to be grateful for. What are you not grateful for because you're so blinded by anger and hatred? I'm not trying to be judgmental, because that's something we all deal with. There's just a lot of things that you can be angry about. There's so many things that you can feel judged for. There's so many things that you can feel like against all odds. Like, a lot of you guys feel defensive in your energy. And I'm not saying that all of you are in a place of like anger now, but you're dealing with that with the 10 of Ariel here. You're dealing with that now. Okay? And there's also the 7 of Gabriel. Stand up for what you believe in. Have confidence. Claim your personal power. You have power over your anger, guys. You have power over whatever people did to you, or whatever someone has done to you. They did it, and that was their bad. That was their issue, their problem, their inconsistencies, all of their shadows was what created that response that they had to you. But you have a responsibility to yourself to be the best person that you can possibly be, and to not live vengefully. There's this energy of living vengefully, like, if you guys did something to me, you're gonna be fucked up and you're gonna have to go through X, Y, and Z. Let them go through what they went through. Let them deal with the actions that they have taken, because they deserve whatever they deserve. But focus in on you and what you deserve. Focus in on what you deserve out of life. Don't get so caught up in the anger that you have towards others. Somebody needed to hear that. We also have 5 of Ariel. You needn't go through your current challenges alone. Help is nearby. Negative thoughts create self-fulfilling prophecies. Please stop thinking negatively, guys. You guys are kind of, it's like you're focusing on what you lack rather than all that you have. You're like almost creating more struggle for yourself because of your mental space, because of how you see your experiences, how you see the things you're going through. There's literally an opportunity with the Ace of Earth that's coming to you, but because of the fact that you're so focused on all the negative things, you're avoiding it. You're avoiding what's going to help you or benefit you. And I feel so passionately about this, because as an empath, I'm feeling your feeling. I'm feeling angry in the sense that I'm feeling angry at what you're angry about, because it's really distracting you from what you should be doing. Don't allow yourself to be in a lack mentality about the things that you have going on, or the things that you have to look forward to. Please focus on your self-development and let yourself be seen. Let your life be seen. Let yourself be a light. Let yourself be positive. Let yourself love. Let yourself experience life to the fullest. Don't allow the experiences of your past and the people that were messed up or fucked up to stop you from doing what you need to do. You deserve that, not them. Okay, you deserve fulfillment, not them. In that you have your own life to live. Live your life. Don't worry about everybody else's life. Don't compare yourself. Take great pride in your excellent work. Practice makes perfect. Consider getting additional education or training. Some of you guys are meant to start training for something, and you've been putting it off. You've been putting it off because I have to take care of the kids. I have to take care of these people, and I get it. You have to take care of your responsibilities. But there's some of you that are kind of putting other people at fault for you not getting or stepping up. You need to step up, and you need to say, okay, I'm going to do this because this is good for me. I've done my time. I've done my time of taking care of everybody else. Now you need to take care of yourself. You may have started off with wealth and may have lost it all. You may have gone through theft in some way, through a messy divorce, through difficulties. But you need to take advantage and take control of your life and do what's right for you, not for anybody else, okay? There's also the 5 of Gabriel, a challenge you can resolve. Withdraw from the drama of others. Have patience with yourself and those around you. That is the entirety of this message. This is the message, guys. Withdraw from the drama of other people. Don't worry about what they're doing. Have patience with yourself and those around you. And what do we have at the end? The Wheel. Archangel Jeremiah. New beginnings. End of delays. A change in direction that offers happiness. How many cards do we have here? We have 6 cards. You guys are literally just going through transformation in partnerships towards a completion, towards something beautiful and new. This anger that you're holding on to, it's not good for you guys. It's really hurting and stunting you.